So this is video 4 for teacher training. And I made a mistake yesterday in my video and I said it was clear quartz. I actually have smoky quartz, and I still brought that to the mat because it dissolves negativity. Today was rough being black, man. I really didn't like being on that call with my white coworkers. They felt they were a little too excited to talk about the protesting, and one of my coworkers said she took a Black Mental Health Day, and I didn't do shit today. I just couldn't concentrate. So we're just gonna put this on the mat, put that energy on the mat. Shout out to Cleveland. It's my Bone Thugs and Harmony playlist. So my hamstrings are actually a little tight and a little bothersome. So I decided to use this video as a time to do a gentle flow, and I also thought it'd be a great idea to use my props. So those are to the left of me. So I have a block, some knee pads, a wheel, a blanket, and a strap. So I'll try to incorporate all of those things because I definitely need them today. So we're going to go ahead and start. And actually it'd be a great time to bring the block into place. Having two is always helpful, and I can do demonstrations on that, but at least I do highly recommend at least one block. They typically come at like TJ Maxx if you just want to like grab one. TJ Maxx Marshalls are my shit. So yeah, so this is a block, just a very rectangular, strong foam. I don't even know the word for it. So in easy pose, you cross your ankles, and it's just a nice simple pose, crisscross applesauce that we've always done in school and we tell our kids to do. So, but sometimes sitting on the floor with legs crossed is just too much on our back. It's too much on our knees. We need them to be out a little bit more. Whatever the reason is, sometimes being elevated can actually help. So this is trusty block that you can get, and you can order them on Amazon, blah, blah, blah. So you would just sit on it. And so some that can alleviate the pressure that you put on your knees, and it doesn't have to, and it just helps. So we're going to start in our modified easy pose. Inhale, exhale. We're going to work on finding the rhythm of our breath. Place your hands comfortably on your thighs, on your knees. Sit up straight and tall. Crown of the head reaching to the sun. Tailbone firmly rooted in the mat or block. We talk about posture a lot in yoga. Imagine your heart over your pelvis. 3 more breaths. Just bringing our attention to the mat. Relaxing our shoulders away from our ears. place your hands gently down by the sides of your hips. We're going to do just some arm stretches, side stretches. So inhale, hands to the sky, straight. Exhale, release your left hand down by your hips to the floor. It's fine if they're up on the fingertips or the palm is on the mat. Inhale, sit up straight and tall, heart over pelvis. Inhale, take your right hand and slowly do a side bend to the left. Leaning on your left arm if you need to. Just a nice side stretch. Inhale. 3 breaths here. Exhale. Inhale, raise your right hand to the sky. Inhale, raise your left arm to the sky. 2 breaths here. Inhale, release your right arm down by your right side. Fingertips can be on the ground, palm to the ground, whatever your comfort level is. Inhale. Reach your left arm to your right side, slowly. Feeling that nice stretch. Exhale. Two more. See if you can pull that shoulder back to the wall. Inhale, raise your left hand to the sky, straight. Let your right hand meet in the air. Inhale. Exhale, palms together. Inhale. Exhale, palms to heart center. Right here. 3 breaths. Slow pace yoga today. When you're breathing, find that ocean rhythm, that Inhale through your nose. Exhale gently through your mouth. Inhale, find your breath. Fill your belly up. Push the air out. Inhale, fill your diaphragm and your belly up. See if you can feel your belly going outward, all different directions, not just through your lungs, out through your diaphragm. Hands at heart center, inhale. your ribs expanding, shoulders down, relax them. Exhale, empty your belly. 3 more breaths. Make sure you hear yourself. Inhale through your nose. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, make sure your heart is over your pelvis. Inhale, hands down by your side again. We're going to do a twist, seated twist. Fingertips to the ground, palms to the ground, down by your sides. So inhale, raise your hands to the sky, straight up. We're going to turn to the right first. Our left hand will come to the front and our right hand will go to the back while our body twists to the right. Inhale, slowly lower those hands down. Left in the front, right in the back, body twisting to the right. See if you can look over your right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Hear your breath. Inhale. Raise both hands to the sky, twisting slowly to the center. One breath in. Exhale, twisting to the left. Left hand in front, right hand behind you. Your gaze is over your left shoulder. Twist in your back. Nice and slow. Get 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, hands rise to the sky, slowly twisting to the center. Palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good job. So for this one, I am going to remove the block. We're going to do another twist, but we're going to incorporate our legs. So, but this also is a good time to also talk about, because sometimes you still do want some type of support under your legs. So if you wanted to use a block, you're more than welcome to use a block under here. Like if your knees just like don't go any further down, you're more than welcome to use a block right here. Some other alternatives. A blanket. Blankets do wonders. You can place it flat. You can roll it up. So a blanket is a quick and easy fix. Also, I probably need to get a sponsorship with TJ Maxx. I have these knee pads, and also if you just need that extra cushion, it's works the same as a block, and you can just support yourself how you need to be supported. So, okay. So we're going to do a seated twist. And okay, so you're going to be in easy pose, and you're going to put your legs straight in front of you, and this is actually a staff pose. And like I said, great time for me to, use my props. Never, ever, 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 ever feel bad about using props. They help you, and I think that they just try to get you to another level in your yoga practice. So I 110% use props. Please use props as much or as little as you need to. So, okay. So this is staff pose, legs heart over pelvis, sitting straight up, crown to pointing to the sky, long and lean. Shoulders are spread out, collarbone is spread out, feet are straight in front of you, feet are flexed. My left leg is giving me a little problem, so I'm going to be doing some modifications. So take your left leg and place it bent over your right knee. Take your right hand and wrap it around your left leg. Place your left hand on the ground. Gently twist. Inhale. Do 5 breaths here. Should feel a stretch within your quad. Twist back around, and we're going to take our left leg that's already bent, and we're just going to place it right on the inside of our right thigh. Go into a nice forward stretch. So we're here, classic gym pose that we always did for stretches before class. So inhale, hands down by your side. Inhale, hands to the sky. And slowly fold your body over. See how much of your chest you can get to your thigh before you have to stop. My hands meet my feet, but today I'm comfortable with them just hanging around my ankles. Inhale. Exhale. Always make sure that you're trying to place your chest over your thigh. A lot of times we just go like this. You just curl your back, see how straight your back can, flat your back can be, and how far you can reach it over and extend over your thigh. 3 breaths here. I will also use this time to demonstrate a strap, because this is one great reason to have a strap. They have so many reasons. So these straps, you can get them at any sports store. Again, Marshalls, TJ Maxx needs to give me a sponsorship, because I'm pretty sure that's where I got this one at. You can get them on Amazon, super cheap, but if you're starting yoga, I would definitely recommend blocks and straps. Because they're just super helpful. And I don't know about you guys, but when I first started with yoga, I didn't know how to use them, when to use them, or anything like that. So, just a quick side note, when you are practicing, it's your practice, it's nobody else's practice. So if it's going to take you time to set up, get your props and grab your props to make sure that your body is going to be exactly where it needs to be, that is completely and utterly fine. It is your practice. You came to the floor. So, PSA over. So this is a strap. We are in our comfortable forward fold. So one way you could do it, just take the strap, gently place it over the balls of your feet, and if you're trying to, help yourself become more flexible, you can gently pull yourself closer to the ground, walking your hands up with the straps. So that is another very helpful way to do that. Exhale. And then again, take your time. Don't rush. If you have to move it out the way, you have to move it out the way. Okay. We are going to, again, setting yourself back up. I need my little cushion again. Extend both legs. Extend your right leg, extend your left leg into staff pose. We're still in staff. So we will bend our right leg at the knee. Take our right leg over our left knee. Place it flat on the ground. Take our left hand and wrap it around our right leg. Take our right hand and place it on the floor. Your gaze is over your right shoulder. Inhale. Twisting to the right. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Exhale. See if you can sit up straight. Try not to curve your back. Inhale, unravel. Removing your left. Take your right foot. Place it on the inside of your left leg. Forward fold. So hands down by your side. Inhale, hands rise to the sky. Exhale, see if you can place your hold. See how far your chest can go over your thigh. My left side is tight, so we're not going to be able to do a whole lot. See if you can inhale and breathe, and exhale and just relax a little bit more into the pose, bringing your chest to your thigh. Inhale. 3 more breaths. Again, if you wanted to use your strap, now would be a great time. One more. Exhale. Inhale, slowly rise. Extending your right leg. Take both feet, place them flat on the ground. I'm just going to do a couple little back stretches before we go into cat-cow. Okay, so we're right here. Take your palms, place them on your shins. And before we go into cat-cow, just a different variation of cat-cow. So inhale, chest is forward, face is forward, pulling your chest again closer to your knees. Exhale, release, curling your back. chin to chest. 4 of these. Inhale, rise, face, chin, chest forward. Exhale. Chin to chest, face tilted, back is round. Inhale. Exhale, 2 more. Inhale. Notice how everything goes with the breath. Inhale. Neutral spine, standing up, sitting up tall. Slowly shift your knees to the right, and we're going to go to table position on all 4s. So I will use this time also to talk about the knee pads that I mentioned earlier. I actually have my daddy's knees, so they're super crunchy. And if I have a thin pad, it just wrecks all types of heck on my knees. So you have a couple of options here. One, you can always just use the mat that you have, and you can double it up, and voila, it's a little bit easier on your knees. Super easy way if you don't have anything. Again, randomly got these at a store, and they can just be placed right under them. They're super adjustable, however you need them to be. Super convenient, super small, does not take a lot of space up. If all you do have also is your blanket, then you can use your blanket, again, because you can double it up however you need to. So again, if you have a lot of knee issues, you just don't like your knee on the hard surfaces, you have a couple of options: mat, blanket, and then knee pads. Okay. So we're gonna go into table. So again, on all 4s, knees under hips, hips over knees, and shoulders over wrists. Fingertips are spread apart. And just be here for a minute, find your balance. We're gonna do some hip circles just to get our body accustomed to this position. So, tabletop, inhale, just do 3 circles starting on your left, starting on your right. Actually, just do 5. And then we're gonna meet in our neutral spine. If you're a runner, it's probably feels all types of good. Find your breath in your circles. Last one. We're at center. Reverse your circles. On the left side, notice which side is more tighter. My left is. Four more. Finding your breath. Good job. Last one, meet in the center, neutral spine. Good job. We're going to go into our cat-cow. Reposition yourself if you need to. Hips should be in line with your knees. So with cow, again, this is neutral spine. Back is flat, flat back. So we're going to inhale and arch our back to the sky. Inhale, dropping our head. It's heavy. Pushing up and out of our shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to go into cow, and we're going to drop our belly, our face and chin will point forward. Inhale. Belly dropping, shoulders spreading, face forward. Exhale. Pelvis is tilted up. Everything is just heavy. Inhale into cat. Pushing shoulders up and out, shoulder down to the chin to chest. Exhale, cow. 4 more at your own pace. Meet in neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure you're pushing up out of your shoulders for cat. Neutral spine. Good job. So we're going to do thread the needle. And it's just a nice shoulder stretch just to get in. And if you have shoulder problems, this may not be the best pose for you, and that is perfectly fine if you want to remain in cat, or if you want to go back to child's pose, which is tabletop. Pushing your hips back to your feet. Hands in front of you. Knees are as wide as they need to be. Child's pose. Again, always thinking about our breath, and we're inhaling, coming back. So that's child's pose. Okay. So we're going to do thread the needle now. So we're still in our tabletop position, and we are going to put our knees closer together, and we're going to take our right hand, and we're going to place it between, and we're going to thread it through our knee and our wrist. So right hand and our shoulder will go down to the ground. Right hand threading in between the knee and the wrist, shoulder coming down to the ground, cheek placed on the mat. Inhale, 3 breaths here. Exhale. Inhale, unravel back into tabletop. Inhale, take your left hand, place it in between your knee and your wrist, threading it, shoulder coming down to the ground, cheek on the mat. Inhale, 3 breaths. top. Good job. So we're going to do some back work, some for our more hamstring stretches. So go ahead and cross your ankles. Sit back, and you are in easy pose, easy seated position. We're going to go ahead and make our way to our backs. Slowly lowering. Go ahead and take your right ankle and place it across your left knee. Have your left knee come to your chest, knee to chest. Take your hands and meet them on the left shin, gently pulling down, gently pulling your knee to your chest. Relax your shoulders. Again, good place to talk about props. If your back is bothering you and you need extra support, now would be a good time to set yourself up and to make sure that you have your blanket under your back. Props are always good use. If also you have a hard time threading the needle, and if you have a hard time pulling your body closer to you, you can use a strap. You can always just wrap it around, pull yourself close if that's easier for your mobility. If you can't intertwine your hands. So props are amazing. 2 more breaths here. Inhale and exhale, release your left foot to the ground. Remove your right ankle from your left side, place it on the ground. Inhale, place your left ankle over your right knee. Inhale, right knee to your chest. Always paying attention to what side is tighter. Again, left side is on fire right now. 5 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. 4 more. More. Inhale, release your right foot to the ground. Remove your left leg, place it on the ground, placing the foot on the ground. Hands over your head. Stretch those arms out. And slowly on the ground, bring your hands into a goalpost placement. So, cactus hands on the ground. So inhale, cactus hands. Let your shoulder blades get comfortable sinking into the ground. Place your knees together. Your big toes are touching. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lower your knees to the left side with your goalpost hands. And your gaze will be over your left shoulder. Your gaze will be over your right shoulder. My apologies. 5 breaths. Also, talking about props. Your block, if your knees can't make it to the ground, again, great way to get comfortable with the position. Even if you needed to place the block tall ways, well, not tall ways, if you had to do it this way, great way. It has to be flat. You have a couple of different levels. And also a blanket would work well. 3 more breaths here. Gaze is over your right shoulder. Shoulder blades are on the ground. Inhale. Inhale, slowly raise your knees to center. Reset. Inhale. Goalpost hands still in effect. Exhale, slowly lower your knees to your left, to your right side. Your gaze is over your left arm, left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. More breath. Last one. Inhale. Inhale. Raise your knees to center. I'm going to give another demonstration of how you can also use your strap. I can't do it on my left side, but I can definitely do it on my right side. So how we just did a twist. You can also, and how our knees were on top of each other, you can do it in a different way, but you would have to, your leg can be straight and it's more of an extensive full twist. So your strap is right by you. Just loop it over your, for me today, it's my right leg. And here's just a nice way of trying to flexing. You can flex your foot. You can still feel a nice little stretch through that way. And also when we are doing our side our side extensions, you can your opposite leg would go to the ground flat like it was like when we were on top of the when the knees were on top of each other. You can hold it in your right arm and go this way. Hold it in your left arm. Have your right arm and as a goalpost. I always have to drop my elbow, but it's a nice way to get you into that pose. And you're extending your leg all the way, you're extending your right leg all the way over your body. If you're in it, you feel a nice IT stretch. Relax your body a little bit more if you're in it. So just another example of how to use a strap, but they're super, super helpful. So again, okay, we're going to go into a bridge pose. Feet are flat on the ground, palms are flat on the ground, feet are closer to your bottom, as close as you can get them. And then we are going to place our hands on the ground, and we are going to, with our core, we're going to lift our body up off of the ground. Our hips are trying to constantly get higher and higher and higher to the sky. So bottom down, and it's a nice exercise for your obliques and for your core. Inhale, exhale, settle yourself. Inhale, slowly lift and push up your hips to the sky. Hands are down by the ground, engaging your core. See if you might feel yourself rolling up on your shoulders a little bit. That's your body pushing your hips up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale. Great glute workout. 3 more. If you wanted to use a block under your back, you could. Other ways to do this pose are up on the balls of your feet. You can eventually raise your foot to the sky if you want. Wherever your variation is. Inhale, 2 more breaths. Exhale. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale. Inhale, knees to chest. Give yourself a nice hug for that one. If you want to sway side to side, you can. Inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and extend your legs straight out in front of you. Hands overhead, a nice full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, slowly rise. Inhale. Place your feet on the ground, bent. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to come into a seated position. So, inhale. Slowly meet us. Good job. Inhale. Go ahead and come to an easy pose. No, actually, inhale. We're going to go into a tabletop, and we're going to do some standing poses before we end the session. So, tabletop. Tuck your toes. Or we're going to go into camel. No, sorry, we're going to go into camel. So, easy pose, and we're going to go into camel. So, camel is a great way to also arch your back, get some nice core things, and then we can go into gate. Perfect, okay. So, we're in tabletop. And we are going to slowly rise just to our knees. And we're going to be in camel pose. Camel, your hips are facing forward, and you're going to activate a lot of muscles in your thigh, and you're going to feel your body shaking, which is all great. Okay. So with Camel, it has many variations. Again, going back to, oh, I can use the wheel now. Perfect. So has a lot of variations. You can still use a block, and these are Dharma wheels. They're actually really, really helpful for a variety of different things. And I'm almost forgot about it. So, but this is Dharma wheel. So back in Camel. Let me stay focused. Okay. So Camel is, if you want to have a block here for Camel, the goal, not goal per se, the more advanced pose is your hands down by your arm, are down by your ankle. If you're not there, but you still just want to try the pose, right here is perfectly fine. Hips forward, hands down by your side. Chin is slowly tilting itself up to the sky. Head is hanging. And sometimes this is enough. Notice your body moving, trying to find your stability. If you want to challenge yourself, you can take the block and you can place it between your legs and see if you want to. I cannot get back that far, it's not my thing. You can also put your hands on your back and be supported that way. Just make sure that you're not falling back because your body is still supposed to be straight. So again, hips forward. If you wanted to try it with one hand, reaching your one hand to the heels, that's fine as well. Wherever you are, 4 more breaths. Inhale. Slowly raise your head. Faces forward. Another variation of Camel is using the Dharma wheel, and it would go between your, so it rolls. I would definitely recommend testing things out before you use the Dharma wheel because it's sticky and tricky, and there's tons of YouTube videos that you can use, but it's also extremely, extremely helpful. So it does grip a little bit, but it definitely takes some getting used to. So if you're in Camel and you have your Dharma wheel, you can also use it as a support like this. Make sure that your body is straight and that your hips are pointing forward. So that is how you can use the Dharma wheel. But I actually do like it, and there are other variations, just not today's video. Okay. So we're in Camel, and we're going to shift gears into gate pose. So you can also, gate pose. I like that pose. Again, nice side stretch, more balancing. And again, talking about props and things. If it's still too much on your knees, you can use the knee pads. You can double up on your mat again, or you can use your blanket. So again, props are amazing. I hope that's the one thing that everyone understood. Okay, so take your, in gate pose, foundations are Camel, and take your right leg and have it out to the side. Extend it out to the side, out to the right. Point it a little bit. Your hand is comfortable, your right hand is comfortably on your thigh. Inhale your left arm to the sky. Exhale it slowly over to the right. Feel that nice side stretch. Try to take your shoulder blade and push it back to the wall. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale, left hand to the sky. Exhale, slowly lower. Have your right knee meet you back in the center. Back in camel position. Take your left leg out and extend it. Again, sometimes we all need props, even if it's just for support. So we're still in camel. We're going to do left side we're going to do gate on the left side. So extend your left leg. Good job. Left arm, left hand on left thigh. Inhale, right hand to the sky. Exhale. Tip your right hand over the right side of your body. Nice bend. 3 breaths. Feel yourself breathing, shaking a little bit, finding your balance, finding all those little core muscles working. Inhale, hand to the sky, straight up. Exhale, slowly lower that left hand. Have your left knee meet your right knee. Inhale, slowly lower. Hips to heels. We're in hero pose here. If this pose is too much on your knees, again, you can take your block and you can have it seated like this. You can have it seated like this, whatever is going to be most comfortable for you. Another way, also, if it's too hard on your knees, on your knee joints, you can again take your blanket and place it, and sometimes that helps also. So a lot of variations today. So we are in hero pose, and we're going to just do an eagle stretch, eagle arms, just a nice way to end today. So this is hero pose, heart over pelvis. Inhale, hands to the sky. Good job. Bend your right arm at a 90-degree angle. Shift it to the center of your body. Take your left arm under your right arm, having your palms meet. Inhale, nice shoulder stretch again. Don't let your shoulders fall. Make sure that you're sitting up and open. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe. Inhale, unravel your arms. Have them meet down by the side of your hips. Inhale, hands to the sky. Take your left arm, bend it at a 90-degree angle, move it in front of your face. Inhale, exhale, and take your right arm and wrap it under your left, having your palms meet. 3 breaths. slowly come down to the floor. You can just cross your ankles and sit back. Easy seated position. We've come to the end of our practice. Reflecting on this easy flow. Understanding that yoga is meeting where your body is and what your body needs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Raise your hands over your head. One last time. Exhale. Raise your hands over your head, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Crown to the sky. Heart over pelvis. The dopeness in me sees the dopeness in you. We'll end with a namaste, which means the light in me sees the light in you.